It's the big business that you were talking about and I were talking about that's ruining these opportunities for these young men to have the opportunity of a lifetime to play professionally, and it's hurting each one of the states. Why, Andrew? Because the positive economic effect that a professional franchise has on a small city or a smaller state is phenomenal.
So let's take it to that point. Like, so when you say 1,200 jobs, like that's 1,200 playing jobs, like spots on the team. If you bring in 30
Correct.
different MLB franchises across the country, you're talking about countless numbers of employment for like staff, training staff, stadium staff, field maintenance. I mean, we're talking millions and millions over the course of 30 days. We're talking millions of jobs. So as far as like building business, it doesn't make any sense to keep it as this 32 team limit or 30 team limit. With Shohei Ohtani's contract, so this is the interesting part with baseball, and I go back and forth because it's like these numbers are so massive. We're talking about excess of $500 million. We're not $500,000.
Crazy.
We're talking B's now.
Crazy.
$500 million. So $700 million over 10 years is the contract, but that's really not the contract because you actually have to look at how it's being paid out. So how they're doing it, and baseball is weird because they don't have a salary cap and there's like no rules. So over the next 10 years, Shohei Ohtani is only making $2 million a year. When you say, that's a discount, like $2 million. That's like, listen, he is the best player in baseball. He's pitching. He's about to
best pitcher.
Well, he's hitting too. He hit 3 home runs. He's hitting and pitching. So he's doing it, but so he's getting paid $2 million a year for the next 10 years. But then after that, so that's whatever, 2024 through 2034, 33, whatever. And then after that, for the next 10 years until 2043, he's getting paid $680 million a year over the next 10 years. That's $68 million a year. So when you say it like that, it is so absurd that the guy when he's in his playing days is only making $2 million. And the reason they're doing that is because they want to actually be able to have a competitive team. They're not going to bankrupt everything, and they can put the money into, assets, investments. They can give him stock options in the team and all that kind of stuff to pay that out over the next 20 years. But it's so ridiculous because it's not even about there is no salary cap, but it's not even about like maintaining like a level of fairness, which is the name of our podcast, a level playing field. There is no level playing field in Major League Baseball because then you have a team like I don't know, whatever, like even Seattle, who's fighting to be in the World Series right now. But when you have a team like LA, New York, they have so much money. The Yankees have so much money. This has been the thing for like the last 30 years, like even back George Steinbrenner, like paying people. And now
they have so much money because they're a bunch of greedy
So
slots.
they hoard it. They're hoarding all this money. They're not sharing it. There's no revenue sharing that's going to help these smaller market teams like even Milwaukee, who's putting up a good fight, but they can't compete with the Dodgers, and we just saw it in the last series. They shut them down, and now you come to this point where you're like, okay, is it just going to be this? Is this just what it is? Are you going to have a team that gets really lucky, like a Brewers, and they sign some people, they can hold them for a little bit, and then eventually money wins. You're going to get paid that big contract, and they're going to go away because that's what it is.
Listen, the Yankees went nowhere this year, so the almighty dollar doesn't always do it. Listen, the almighty dollar doesn't always do it. Yeah. You understand? And we're seeing that. Come center, because I would tell you, to only have 17 states that have professional baseball. Oh my word, that is a sin. Okay, California has 5 teams, right? And then you have, 5 other states that have 2, Pennsylvania being one of them. But 17 states that have major league franchises. Then you have 2 Canadian teams, Toronto's in the hunt right now, but I would tell you, or is there three? There might be three. Does Vancouver? No, Vancouver has a hockey team. Vancouver doesn't have
I
a
think there's
baseball
only
team. It's
one now
confusing.
because it's Toronto, and then Montreal moved down to Washington. That was the Expos.
Is that what
Yeah,
happened?
I think it's only
Okay,
one.
but anyway, I would tell you that the almighty dollar is running professional
Yeah.
baseball, and who's getting cheated? Who's getting left out? All of our American athletes, our American baseball players that work so hard and sacrifice so much. You know, we talk about these clubs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's club baseball teams that travel the country.
Mm-hmm.
They go everywhere and they play baseball all over the place. And the and that's in the South, that's in the North, that's in the Central and West. That's the whole country that I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking about. So for everybody just to sit there and you know what they do, Andrew. You made a great point on one of our shows. You said it's your eyes. It's your eyes, right? All you've got to do is stop watching. Stop watching them because they're a bunch of greedy slobs, in my opinion. To pay a guy $700 million to play baseball is like the Green Bay Packers paying a guy $40 million to tackle. So they all have too much money. So what we need to do is we need to get these professional franchises in every single state